What's up, guys? Well, it turns out everyone who doubted Urs Kalecinski, which includes me, I really wasn't sure what Urs was going to bring to the Italy Pro in his debut as an open bodybuilder. Turns out Urs is a damn good open bodybuilder on his first try. Oh, failed to play that. Okay, so let's look at some judging. We've got Urs there next to Quint. Left to right, we have Louis Breed, Sergio Oliva Jr., Urs, Quint, Mark Hector, and Matthias Holwick from Germany. That's your top six. That's most likely going to be your top six. Finals are actually starting now with Bikini and Wellness. So we're probably going to have the results within an hour, hour and a half at the most, I'm guessing. So I won't go too long on this, but I want to know what you guys think of Urs. I'm very, very impressed at what he did. When I heard he was 260, I said, there's no way he's going to be in the same kind of condition that he was as a top classic competitor all these years. Not with all that new mass. Maybe it's going to take him a while to figure it out. But in the back of my mind, I also said, Urs is very, very consistent with condition. He's got a great coach, Stefan Kienzel, the boss of Outlaw. I don't think they would bring Urs in smaller. I'm sorry, less conditioned, and they didn't. And he is in contention for the win. Now, Quint still looks fantastic, but he's, to me, look in that shot there, flat. He looks flat to me. I don't know what went wrong, if anything went wrong. Let's look at him next to Urs. Oh, they moved Urs. Mark Hector definitely in the mix here, definitely as well. Mark Hector looked fantastic. Sergio, too. I don't want to take anything away from any of these guys. It is a really good quality show here. And we're going to see all these guys next weekend in Germany, I'm guessing, except for whoever wins shortly. And I do believe it's going to be either Urs or Quint. You can't always go by where they're positioned in the callouts. A lot of the times, Urs and Quint were dead center next to each other. But the head judge, I'm not sure who it is. I wasn't listening. Head judge is giving everyone a fair chance. He's putting people all over the place. So that was this one. And there you see Louis Breed, the brick. Also, I like Sergio. Sergio gives a little flair, a little hip tilt to that front double bicep. So here's what I was talking about. This is where you see Urs and Quint dead center, flanked on either side by Sergio and Mark. And that could be your top four right there. Either Urs or Quint in first and second. And then you could shuffle Sergio and Mark for third and fourth. It's a very strong show, very close competition with these guys. I'm really pleased with what I'm seeing. Let's see what you guys have to say. Urs, of course you're going to say Urs, and that's fine. I think Urs looks freaking great too. Urs absolutely smoked competition. I had Urs top two, and he tore the whole show apart. Didn't even move once from the middle. He's now officially best open competitor. Smoked Amir and Tim. Let's look at this. There's a good shot of him next to Matthias. Quint over on the side. Yeah, Quint, I don't know what happened here. Quint really looks flat, depleted to me. Urs's legs, much, much larger. Even Urs's back, which has never been a strong point. His arms have never been a strong point. They're much better now than they were in his classic days. So him fighting to get down to the weight was definitely taking away from those body parts, because you've heard it said before, when people have to fight to make a weight or to get into condition, their weaker body parts are the first ones to go. And I think that's what we were seeing with Urs all along. And now that he has no restrictions, no weight cap to worry about, and he's basically a full 30 pounds heavier, which is a lot of weight to put on in a year's time, because he was competing a year ago, almost exactly a year ago at the Olympia, much, much lighter than this. I'm going to go to the Instagram, as old people like to say, and show you some. This way you'll actually be able to study the shots, because they won't be moving. Let's leave this, go here, and okay, so there's your lineup. There's the front lat spread. I'm leave that up while I get some more comments from you guys. Urs still needs to bring up his arms and back. I actually The beginning saw his back in the rear lat sprint. It looked rough for some reason with a close-up. It got better. It's still not as thick as it needs to be. There's no doubt. You don't go from having a thinner back to a super thick back quickly. That's going to take time. It always does. And he's well on his way. Well on his way. Side shot. Look at that side leg on Urs. He always had good legs, but now that he's free to be as big and heavy as he wants, his legs are definitely a stronger point. Sergio, I don't know if he wasn't in the pose. Sergio looks pretty soft in that shot. I don't see much separation there. Quint looks better in the side shots. I'll give him that. The front shots, he looked flatter. The side shots, he does look thicker. Mark Hector looking very thick in the upper body side shots. Legs, I would still want to see more hamstring drop on him. Your mom's flip-flop. He's a big Urs fan, so he's filling us in. Legs are now on these guys' level. Yeah. Give him another year or two. Made us Germans proud. I wonder how much he'll improve. I don't think he's going to look too different in 1 week's time. What could he really do? I think he did a great job with condition and fullness and all that stuff. Urs was shaking while hitting the back pose. Does that factor in? Yeah. If it's super, super close, like the judges literally can't make up their mind, that's when they'll say, well, this guy was shaking and that guy wasn't. Or this guy let his belly loose for a split second, let it hang, and the other guy didn't. That's going to factor in if it's so close, like splitting hairs close. I don't know if it's going to come down to that. But he can't win either with that back. I don't know. We'll see. Luckily for him, he's up against Quint and Eriya. Quint Beastwood. Quint doesn't have the greatest back either. In fact, I don't think Quint's back is any better than Urs's, to be honest with you. In fact, in that shot, it looks really shallow in the rear double bicep. Not very thick at all. Hector has a thicker back. Lewis has a thicker back. Sergio is not known for his back, but Sergio has a thicker back, I think. Leo says, Quinton is more complete, but Urs is in much better condition. I have him winning. Yeah, Quinton's still, I'm not going to say Quinton doesn't have the better shape. Quinton's got God-given beautiful shape. But I don't know. It's close. It could go either way. I don't have a favorite right now. They both look so good. Quinton's hernia very much brings him down. He needs to get that removed. Now you want to make me look at the hernia. I'll have to go to the ab and thigh. Where's the hernia? I don't see it. I don't see a hernia. Where is this hernia you speak of? Go back to the side try. Did we already look at that? Rear lat. Let's look at the side try. I don't know, man. And I was still being critical of Urs's arms. They've come up a lot. Look at that. His side tricep, which he never hit that pose in Classic. He hit variations of it, aesthetic variations of a side tricep, but never a true side tricep because Classic guys don't hit that shot. Bayou Muscle, what's up, Davey? Just caught me heading up there to do a pull session. Urs looks surprisingly great compared to the big guys. Still short and possibly take it, or Hector. I like Hector too. I think Hector's a factor in this, and I wouldn't fall off my chair if reminds me to put my thing down. I wouldn't fall off my chair if Mark wins, but based on the way they've been positioning them in the judging, I really think it's going to be either Quint or Urs, or symmetry condition will bring him the win. I mean, it's very impressive conditioning. He's sharper than Quint. Quint's in good condition, don't get me wrong, but Urs is sharper. Urs filled out properly, where to me, Quint looks flat in the front shots and the back shots. As T says, it's Quinton's time. I think Urs is on pace to win the Germany show, and that will be a sight to see. Yeah. So that's a good point, because whoever wins today, they're done. If Urs wins today, there's nothing to stop him from going on to Germany and winning that too, or trying to win it. I don't know who else is going to be in that show that's not already on stage today. Same thing with Quint. If Quint loses, he could try to beat Urs next weekend in Germany. He could stay in Europe another week. We shall see. Urs looks like a young Dorian. I see the resemblance. They're both white, both kind of blondish hair. For now, Hector. Okay. Strong lineup. Yeah, I want to go to some individual stuff with the guys. Urs. Thinking open version or Bumstead. Urs, open version or Bumstead open version. I liked Bumstead better as an open. Bumstead just got the best physique. I mean, whether he was classic, he was the best classic physique guy in the world. And I think open, if he had taken a couple off seasons to really grow, he would have been one of the best in the world for Open. I don't know if he would have been missed. Raymond, I have Quint winning versus too narrow. His back still needs work. I do agree with you. Quint does have a better structure. His clavicles are wider. As far as the back, neither one of them has a great back. So I think they're sort of evenly matched there because they don't have strong backs. Davey says, Bayou Muscle says, Quinton doesn't look quite as sharp as before. Seems to fade as judging progresses. I think Mark and Urs stand out. Sergio's still in the mix, but just missing something as usual. Quinton just now came in slightly drier. Here's an ab and thigh shot for you. Quinton just now came in still have Urs on top. Yeah, they rolled right into finals with a very brief break. So they'll be wrapping this thing up like in an hour. Quinton just came in. So Mark has been Quinton for me. Yeah, Mark is no joke. Mark looks really good. Mark kicked his right lattice, half his left one. I think they'll reward him the top two for that. I noticed one of his arms seemed to be, his right arm seemed to be smaller. I'll go back to the, because you notice it in the front double. Unless it was just a weird angle, which I don't think it was. Oh, what happened? No front double on this one? Okay. Wait. Yeah, okay. Was there no front double bicep in this group of pictures? Oh, there it is. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, I think it's just the way Mark is tilting away a little bit from wherever the cameraman's position was, making that arm look smaller. Urs's biceps look fantastic. I mean, they're right on par with Sergio's biceps and Quinton's biceps, and they both have really great arms. Like I said, his triceps were a weak point for his entire classic physique career. They look better to me now than they have in quite a while. German Beast. It's a lot of good Germans in this show. You got Urs. Tim Budesheim did not make the first call out. Emir Omaragic did not make first call out, but Matthias Holweck's in there. He's right there. He's right there hanging with these guys. He's joined. Who's second from left? That's Mark Hector from United Kingdom. Assuming you're talking about the same picture. I give Quinton back double by and rear lat spread. Every other post to Earth except for the most muscular, which is debatable. Yeah. The hernia was visible during transitions. I don't have any pictures of that. You gotta look up close up, see developed a hernia. I believe you. I mean, I have a terrible hernia. Scratch that. Side tricep also debatable. Honestly, I think they're going to give it to Urs. I wouldn't be surprised, and it won't be politics. The results are probably about 45 minutes to an hour away. Sonia, we're not far. They started finals. They're going to go through confirmation round for the open men. They're going to do confirmation round and awards for wellness and bikini. I guess they're going to do the posing routines for the open men too. They should. The width of Mark's shoulders. Mark Hector is amazing. I'd love to see Mark win this. Wouldn't be crazy. Why is Lewis not talked about? They never really had him in the middle. Bumstead didn't have nearly enough time to grow like Urs. Yeah, because Bumstead did his open debut 2 weeks or 3 weeks. It was 3 weeks. The Prague show, EVLS Prague show, was 3 weeks after Olympia last year. So he was only about 8 pounds fuller, heavier. He didn't have time to grow at all. He just was a little fuller, kept his conditioning, where Urs had a whole year. I believe he knew after last year's Olympia he was done with Classic. Yeah, Psionic. Ciao, Ron. Ciao. That's a good Italian phrase. Elite Pro coverage more pumped than a pasta bowl full of carbs. That's all they eat over there is damn carbs. Urs won 2 years will be top 5 open. Yeah, I don't doubt that. I mean, if this is what we see from just one off season where he's allowed himself to grow, looks like a cartoon character. Why doesn't he get a better comparison? It's just his shape. He's kind of blocky. He's kind of short in the torso. It's just his proportions. He's a very good bodybuilder. Structurally, he gives up a lot to these guys we're looking at. They got to figure out a way to take shots alive. Yeah, you're right. It will really bump up your viewers massively. Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. I saw like Muscle Discord had a couple thousand or 3,000 people watching his live doing that, and Xavier had, I think, 1,500 or 2,000. So you're right. I'll figure it out. It can't be that hard. What are your top 5, though, from what you've seen? Whew. I think we're looking at it right here. I don't know. I know all you guys want Lewis up there, but Matthias has just a prettier shape and structure. So I think it's going to be I'm going to go Urs, Quinton, Mark, Sergio, Matthias. So it could be Matthias, Sergio. Let me know what you guys. How can a so-called expert like you don't see Hector's imbalances? I see them, but nobody's perfect. Yeah, I mean, calcified bone collector, if the imbalances were as bothersome, as troublesome as you feel they are, they wouldn't have him in these callouts. They wouldn't have him up there next to Urs and Quint. The judges would have said, this guy's left to right symmetry is awful. We can't have him winning. We can't have him up there. Look at the lat spread. I think you said the lat spread, it was the most glaring. Yeah, I see that left lat on Mark. Seems to be hanging way lower than the right lat. It's just one pose. It's only one pose. Yeah, and you can see Urs needs a lot more back thickness. Quint needs a lot more back thickness. Sergio needs more back thickness. Lewis has a pretty thick back. Mark's got a thick back, but it is lopsided. Yeah. But like I said, if the judges thought it was that big of a deal, he wouldn't be up there with these guys. He would have been like second, maybe even third call out. Yeah, the most muscular. Yeah, Mark looks look. The delts on Mark look phenomenal in that. I'm a fan of all these guys. I have no skin in this game. I'd be happy for anybody that wins. They all look great. They all brought the condition. They all worked really hard to get there today. Yeah, it's close, guys. It is close. I don't see a clear winner at all. At all. Could go several different ways this show. You see, they did give Lewis a look. They give Lewis a good look there, and there's Matthias. Head judge is doing a good job because normally a lot of times you just see the top two front runner people in the middle the whole time, and no one else gets a chance. They gave Lewis a chance in the middle. They gave Matthias a chance in the middle. So good job, judges. Yeah, see, Lewis got some love. Don't worry. The judges, they try to do their best in terms of giving everyone a really fair look. Mark, Urs, and Beastwood. That's your top three. Okay. Urs currently doing his routine as we speak. Yeah, I'm not watching the stream. But we did have some footage of Urs doing his routine. Who had that? Body Goes Without Borders? No. Oh, yeah, he did. No, these are just still photos. My bad. My bad. Was it Beyond the Stage TV had some routines up? I believe they did. Yeah, they did. So here's Urs. I know it's like a copy of a copy, so the quality's not fantastic, but gives you a good idea of Urs. So yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised at how much bigger he is and still brought that granite hard condition he's known for. And brought up some body parts. The arms look so much better. I'm really impressed with Urs today. Good job, Urs. As if he needs me. Yeah, I see what you're saying. His clavicles are not the widest, and there's really not a whole lot he can do about that. But look at that. Fantastic front double bicep. That was Urs. Who was before him? Was impressed you. Here's Mark Hector. Can Mark win? Yeah, there's more than a few people that are favoring Mark for the win. And you know what? Why not? What's he missing? I do hear what you're saying about the imbalances with that lat. So yeah, the rear lat spread and the rear double are going to be issues, but it's an overall physique package. He might be good enough in the judge's eyes to take this. He might be. Let's see. Next guy. Quint. So Quint close up looks to be in better condition than he does from further back. Beautiful shape. And he could still win this. That's why I didn't make the title Is Urs winning, because is it Urs or Quint? I feel it's very evenly matched. They both have strong points and weak points over the other. Quint looks really good. Urs looks really good. Hector has some really strong shots too. It was Kuba. Kuba was actually the coach of Mark Hector. And he's very good in his own right. Absolutely. Massive arms and delts. Quads could be a little better. He was not in the first call out, but he did himself proud. He came in really good condition, brought the best package that he could, and he got a good look. So that's Kuba Sylvester Cielin. We got after that. There's Lewis Breed, the brick, and he is built like a brick shithouse. Look at that guy. Look at that. Definitely packs a lot of muscle onto a smaller frame. He's a shorter guy. That's a lot of bodybuilders are. Not too many really tall guys in bodybuilding, if you haven't noticed yet. And yeah. So yeah, I mean, the only thing that really hurts him is just shorter and stockier and a little thicker in the waist. And that's just his structure. But he's done an absolutely phenomenal job of maximizing his genetics and what he was given by his maker, creator, or fate, whatever you want to attribute the physiques these people have in terms of the raw blueprint. They obviously did the work to maximize that genetics, and then that's bikini. Okay. What else do we have? Search beyond. Did AJ have anything good? He's got Urs, Quint. He looks like he shot this with his iPhone. So there's Mark Hector without a big block of text covering him from the knees down. Yeah, he's on point, man. He's on point. Thick guy, nice round muscle bellies, clean separation. Yeah, Hector's really good. Very good. Mark Urson Beastwood. Oop. I did not mean to open up WhatsApp. Okay. Hector's imbalance is ridiculous. Well, the judges don't seem to care. The judges must think his strong points outweigh the weak points. And they justify him, and there are people. There's Logan. There are people talking about him for the win. It was Quint. Yeah, Quint looks great here, man. His front shots they're tough. Side shots too. That's the only shot to me he looks really flat. That front lat spread. He looked so much fuller in the progress photos leading up to this in that particular pose. But you know what? He knew he had to bring the condition because Texas Pro, he dropped down to third place because he came in fuller, but it wasn't as conditioned. Tampa Pro, he was second. Second because, was it Jordan won both of those, right? Yeah. Jordan Hutchinson won both of those. Yeah, Quint brought a really good look today. Quinton for the win. I could see that as one of the comments. At a distance, Earth's facing looks like Dorian Yates. Yeah, absolutely. Love your neutral stance, professional attitude. Thank you. I mean, yeah, thank you. I mean, I don't have any clear favorite. I mean, I'd like to see Quint win. I'd love to see Urs win. Anybody. I'd be so happy for anybody that wins this because it's a tough show. And this is the second to last chance to qualify for the Mr. Olympia coming up in less than 6 weeks now. And I just laid out a possible scenario. Say Urs wins this and then goes to Germany next week and wins that, then that's it. Nobody else qualified for the Olympia, just Urs after last week, after the last show we had, which was Texas was the last Olympia qualifier before this that we had, yeah. And back to Urs. Oh, there's Urs. Urs looks great, man. So a lot of us doubted Urs. I did. I didn't know what he was going to look like as an open guy. When I heard he was 30 pounds heavier, I rolled my eyes, shook my head, and say he's not going to be. I can't believe. I know he won't be like out of shape. He won't be smooth or anything, but I can't see him being shredded at 30 pounds more than he was a year, not even a year, less than a year ago. But what do you know? He did it. He did it. Yeah, such imbalance though. Geez, I mean, it's usually some sort of injury when someone has like one side of a muscle group, like the back, or one shoulder is smaller or something. It's usually an injury or a nerve injury or a muscle a muscle tear or something like that. I see Urs holding his own biceps more. No, I think his arms in general, his arms in general, but I always thought his triceps more so. I don't know about Amer. He wasn't the first call out, so he's not in the top 6. I don't like Urs's midsection got slightly wider. Yeah, 30 pounds is a lot. It's a lot. A lot of guys go through their entire pro careers and most guys never put 30 pounds on from the time they turn pro. We see it with these classic guys. We're seeing it more and more because, they were at a weight cap and they were growing and they couldn't show that, the new gains. Also, his biceps, they go bigger, but they're like Lunsfords are big with no detail. Yeah, I don't know if he ever had a lot of detail in the biceps, to be honest. My best wishes to you. Thank you. It's actually called the Meathead Podcast. The Meathead Podcast. I've had people send me like AI logos for meatheads with a Z, and I decided it was going to be called the Meathead Podcast. So appreciate all the ideas, guys, but that's the name. Giles missed massively on his prediction. I heard him say it live with shock. Well, he always admits when he's wrong. And we'll be talking. We'll be doing a power hour later, later in the week, probably Tuesday. And Giles always admits when he's wrong, and he's going to be very complimentary of Urs. And if he sees something that he doesn't like, he'll say it. He calls it like he sees it. Just like Urs 1, Quint number 2, Mark 3. Is it over? Finals wrapped up. Geez. Okay, so it's already over. Urs 1. Wow. Congratulations. Jawohl. Urs, Quint, Mark. Wow. So look at that right. It was Urs, Quint, Mark. Okay, so that's pretty much the way I saw it. Urs 1. Going to Olympia. Shows already. Well, no, I'm not trying to be live. Urs 1. Terrible comeback for Quint. Show is already over. Yeah, you can go to Nick's Strength and Power. He'll have a wrap up. We don't have any more placings. I guess he just gave us the top 3. All right, so let me create that. So, wow, good job. I kind of saw it was going that way. That would have been my top 3. Urs, Quint, 3, Mark. Okay. All right. Well, it's already over. Well, good job wrapping it up over there so quickly. So there's your results. Wow. Good job. Good job. Good job, Urs. What an open debut. I don't know too many. I don't know if there's ever been a classic guy that won his open debut. Anything that tells me that Urs probably walks at 220 of season already. Well, if he's 260 here, I don't understand how he could be the same weight in the off season. Freaking cramp my quad when it got announced. Sergio 4th. Okay. Thank you. Sergio 4th. Edit that. That's good. So I wonder if 5th was Matthias or Lewis. Okay. More updates, guys. Who was 5th? Quint should have done the Tampa Pro. He did do the Tampa Pro. Quint got 2nd place at the Tampa Pro. Do you mean he shouldn't have done the Tampa Pro? All he sees an open guy got beat by a classic guy. Kind of embarrassing. Yeah, Urs is not just any classic guy. Proves back, then everything will be fine. Lewis 5th. Okay, good. Good for him. Good job. That's good. Okay. I'm happy for him. Lewis Breed. Good job, Lewis. So the UK had 2 in the top 3. In the top 5, I'm sorry. Yeah, wow. Oh, wait, what happened there? Oh, there we go. Urs, Quint, Mark, Sergio, Lewis. That's your top 5. Just curious, does anyone have any? I don't know if there's any pictures already of the win up. Sometimes these people have really AJ gets things up pretty quick. No, didn't do it. Didn't get it, AJ? Usually you're quick. You're very quick, AJ. No? Okay. Five Without Borders? No. They don't have it up either. Huh. All right, nobody's got any winning photos or videos up yet. The watch-alongs, obviously they use video. I'm sorry, they use screen grabs. So, okay. Good stuff, though. That is great. So Urs will add at least 5 kg next season. Yeah, I believe that. Looks like a young Marcus Rule. Glad. Well, he's Marcus. Marcus has been helping him a lot. They've been trained together. I'm sure Marcus has been giving him some tips and advice about 3 years' time. We have a Classic Olympian, Open Olympian who are both German at the same time. Huh? That could very well be. I think Urs would test the waters this year. We sit out Rivera and come back next year. I don't know. I have no idea what he's going to do. I'd like to see him jump in. So happy for Urs. Very excited to see Stefan Matala. Always went from Classic to Open. Yeah, is Stefan is waiting for the France show, I believe, right? The show that's the first qualifier for the 2026 Olympia, if I'm correct. Or Simple Spicy. Mike is just skipping the off. He gets qualification. I don't know. It's only another 5 weeks to diet, or less than 6 weeks. If I were him, he'll go to Vegas. It means we'll be seeing him over there. If I were Urs, and I'm not, I would do the German show. He's German, or he's Austrian, right? Is he German? No, he's German. I'm sorry. Why did I say Austrian? Yeah, win that because it's his home country, Deutschland. Win that and then go to the Olympia. Why would you skip the Olympia? Just because he's not going to do well at the Olympia. Olympia, he's not ready for the Olympia, not with the back the way it is. He's got some work to do, but I'd still go. I mean, it's not like he's giving up too much off-season time. He's only giving up a little over a month of off-season time. So busy buying Olympic card, seeing up too late. Yeah, it's going to be a long night. Wuston Fuchs. Of course, this will be at the Olympia. What else? He'll also be there next week in Offenbach. Yeah. It'd be silly if he didn't. I mean, why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he go to the German pro show, being German? Keep looking. I want to see if anybody puts up. Somebody's got to put up some winning pictures quickly. Video. No, still nothing, guys. Bible Without Borders, Beyond the Stage. What about who is the best bodybuilder? Let me try them. Who is the best bodybuilder? That's a good question. Sorry, I got a little sniffly. Oh, okay. Winner. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I gotta. I'll take away the. So there you have it, guys. Great show. Great open debut for Urs. I couldn't have gone any better. Not only did he come in conditioned with 30 pounds more muscle than he had less than a year ago, taking third place at the Classic Physique Olympia, but condition was bang on, and he beat. It was not a weak lineup, not at all. Quint was the heavy favorite going into this show. Mark Hector also a favorite. Sergio, a favorite as well. I mean, Sergio is no joke. And Louis Breed, the brick. I mean, these are very strong competitors. You also had Matthias Holwick, Emir Marajic. You had some really good competitors in the show today, and Urs came on top. So good for him, man. Good for him. Yeah. All right. Well, that is it. That's it, guys. So I guess I won't have to do a wrap-up video because it's all over. Congratulations to Urs Kalecinski, Quint. I imagine he might head over to Offenbach. Quint should shut it down. I agree. It's been a long season. Junge alte Bien Sofren. I don't know what that means. Okay. Urs looks like a young Dorian Yates. Urs looks good. Oh, it's over. It's over, Paxug. It's all over. Yeah. Here are your results. That's the results. Who's winning? Results. It's all over. Urs Kalecinski, Quinton Eriya, Mark Hector, Sergio Oliva Jr., Louis Breed. It's over. Urs won. Unbelievable. Do you think Urs with this package beats Prague C-Bum? No, I don't. No, C-Bum was damn good last year at the Prague show. No, C-Bum would have won this C-Bum, the way C-Bum looked in Prague last year would have won this show today. It's a fantastic physique that Bumstead has. He's just beautiful shape, structure, everything. This might put people in retirement. First pro show in the open class Germany for. Oh wow, I didn't realize it. What about the FIBO show? What about the FIBO show? They've had open bodybuilding FIBO at the FIBO show many times over the last 14 years. What, Urs won? Yeah, he did. He did it. Sergio's probably pissed. I mean, of course, he wanted to win. About damn time we got an open bodybuilder who does some damage. Urs covered up going to the show and just, yeah, he kept it a mystery all the way to the end. We were wondering, is he going to be big enough for open, or is he going to look like a little guy next to these people? Nope, he pulled it off. He did not look little at all. Not only did he hold his own, he beat them. He beat their asses. Unbelievable. Great job, Urs. I will be live at the Europa Pro. We'll send live comments. Thank you. Appreciate it. Italy Pro. Okay, I didn't know if you had further results beyond that. Prize money a joke? How many Deutschmarks did they win, Lee? How many Deutschmarks? I wonder if the score sheet's up yet. Let me take a quick look and see if the score sheets are up. Nope. Score sheet's not up yet. Prize money a joke, yeah. I mean, it was probably the minimum, 15,000 for first, I'm guessing. Yeah, I was hoping Sergio would have pulled it out. Lee Priest. Lee has been kind enough to agree to join me on the premiere episode live this Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's 9 a.m. for him over in Australia for the first episode of the Meathead podcast. I hope you guys all tune in. Should only pay the winner $1K. Oh, they had to pay him more than that, Lee. The minimum is 15,000. They have to pay 15,000 for open show. It can't be 1,000. I think Urs should skip all comps and purely build muscle. Well, that's one way of looking at it. Or he could take off pretty much a full year off like he did this time after the Olympia and come back and qualify for the Olympia again at another show real close to the end of qualifying, just like this one. He could do Italy or Germany or something real close to the end last year. FIBO's open, yeah. Loho, okay. It can't be $1,000. That can't be right. The winner already announced. Yeah, these are the results. That's why I took everything off screen. It can't be. That can't be right. I can't imagine that's right. That can't be correct. $1,000. First was, that's a lot of zeros. 10,000? I could have sworn, not enough to cover chicken. Yeah, I mean, that's not much. But so if it was $10,000, I could have sworn that the new minimum first prize was $15,000. I'm sure I remember that. For open shows. I had high expectation, Mark Hector. I don't know. I mean, third place to Urs and Quint is not too shabby. I wouldn't be too upset about that. Urs won. There's only 10K. Shit. Okay, well, I stand corrected because I was very sure that they had increased the minimum. Matthias got sixth. Okay, good job, Matthias. Let me fix that banner. I want to hide it. I want to edit that to reflect Matthias in sixth, because on stage they usually do the top six and no one else. So Matthias, put him in sixth there. Save that. Okay, there we go. Lee, say hi from my mom. Oh, 1K to Lewis. Oh, yeah, that is pretty embarrassing. So, but 10,000? Yeah, that's 1K is only enough to cover KFC chicken wings and contest prep. First 10,000. Jeez. Hi, mom. Lee has a channel. You can go to his Instagram and connect to it. They're called Lee Priest Unfiltered, where you can Get all the raw, uncensored Lee Priest content that a true Lee Priest fan would appreciate. Can you put polls so we can vote for top 5? I mean, it's over, so there's no point now. The show's over. There's no point. K. Lewis in 5th. Second got 5,000. Goku says, sure, but Earth's not seasoned. The other guys can compete for a while, and they can't beat a classic guy. There's no excuse. No, I mean, there's no excuses. A great physique is a great physique. It's like Bumstead beat, everyone except Martin Fitzwater last year at the Prague show. And I don't think there's any shame in losing to he was the greatest classic physique competitor in the world for 6 years in a row. Losing to Urs, who was one of the greatest, third place 3 years in a row at the Olympia, second place a couple times at the Arnold Classic. He's one of the greatest classic physique competitors of the past 5 years. So to take, to lose to him, I don't think there's anything to be ashamed of. Yeah, that's not a lot of money, man. Crazy condition made the others look soft. Lee, what's up? Lee had Quint winning. I wonder if he still thinks that. They were close. So whoever had Quint winning, I mean, I wouldn't be too upset about it. Third, 2,500. Fourth, 2,000. Fifth, 1,000. Should just give first 20K. The rest don't matter. I think those people would be very upset if they got second, third, fourth, fifth, and got no money. I hear what you're saying, but I'd rather see the wealth, what little there is of it, spread out among the top 5. I mean, for only one guy to get paid anything, that doesn't sit right with me. How I looked before, not today. I was off today. Yeah. I mean, going into the show, I had Quinton winning based on just track record, and I know what he looks like. I had Quint winning going into the show. Tyus Holwick looks not as sharp as usual. Think of Amer. I didn't really get a good look at him. How the coach is going to get paid a coffee. Ingratitude. This is the only one on. Is that you, Lee? Yeah. Yeah, that's the real Lee. In classic now, he's open people. Yeah, what time is it over there? It's 3:54 p.m. here. It is 5:54 a.m. where Lee is in Australia. Geez, Lee, you wake up early. Appreciate you being on this, though. Appreciate it very much. I have Wayne. 2002 was a press conference. Think about the new IPB rules for classic physique. What's the new rule? I don't know. Or upset getting token money. That's an emoji. 5:54. Jeez. Been up since 3. Jeez, Lee. You get up early. 8 of the top 5 have a strong back. Quint. Urs, no. Quint, no. Mark's back's pretty good. Sergio, no. Lewis's back is pretty good. No one had a great back there. Nobody had a great back. So Ben Seal was looking at Prague. No. I like the way Chris looked last year. Prague. You know what? I could actually pull it up. That's the Olympia. Clarita, Prague. Look at how close I have to go to the screen to see anything. 24 Olympia. Oh, don't tell me I deleted. Krizo, Dorian, Krizo, Flex. I could have sworn I had that still. I know I do have it loaded somewhere. Bumstead, Prague. Clarita, Prague. Ramon. Well, I have this. So this was Bumstead in Prague. If you want to sort of take a look. Let's see. Yeah, Chris is just a fantastic physique. I think if he had a full year after this to put size on, he would have won most pro shows. Not the Olympia, not the Arnold. No, I don't think he would have been that great as an open guy right away, but he would have won a lot of other open shows that he would have entered. He's asking Lee, where do you see Urs in a couple of years now that he put on so much mass? Which becomes very dangerous for people like Martin Fitzwater. You think Joe Palacios would have won this show? It's a good question. Maybe. Yeah, Palacios looked damn good. A couple years, Urs top 5 in open. Oh, Keon winning. I agree. Let's go. Steve, you're still the best ever, though. Going way back, Loho. You're going back to the 50s. Poor Quint, I confirm it's 5-5. Aussie Patriot. That was my Aussie. That's my Australian accent right there. You heard it? All right. Anyway, guys, you have to remember Earth built this in a few months. Mark Hector reminds me of 80 Star My Christian. Yeah, I don't see that one. Thanks, Dan. All right, guys, I'm going to take off. So there you go. The results one last time. Urs Kalecinski, your winner today at the Italy Pro. Quint and Eriya, Quint Beastwood, runner-up, second place. Unfortunately, did not get the Olympia ticket. Mark Hector from UK, third place. First time we've seen him compete back in a couple years. You see you later, Lee. Sergio Oliva Jr., fourth place, not bad. Louis the Brick Breed from UK, fifth place. And Germany's Matthias Holweck in sixth place. See you Wednesday. Thank you, Lee. Guys, tune in Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States of America for the first episode of the Meathead Podcast, where we talk about all kinds of shit. It's going to be a lot of fun. So join us. Join us. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate it. And I will see you all later.